never get a world title shot. I'm just thinking of this because I literally just walked by him in the hallway. But I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to live in a world where, you beat everybody, but except for Cody, because he had that thing with MJF and all that, so he couldn't get to. Well, if he feels like he can beat me, he better damn sure expect to get in the ring with me, and we're going to waive the little rule, because I'm not living in a world where he gets to. That's a cop-out. That's a way out. If he thinks he can beat me, I insist he give it a try. Because if he can beat me, I don't think he can. But I want to know. I want to find out. I deal in honesty. Honesty and simplicity. I'm a simple man, simple rules, simple values, simple tastes. And I like the truth. So maybe we'll find that out.
When Jericho won his title, he wasn't met with a warm reception backstage. What was it like when you walked back with that big belt on your shoulder?
Kind of a very, very warm reception from, my new friends, really more like family now, co-workers and so forth. And that was an incredibly warm feeling. I'm not used to warm feelings like that, so, pretty good. I'm half concussed and I swallowed a lot of blood, so not feeling good in a lot of ways, but feeling pretty good in also a lot of ways, because there's no better feeling than being soaked in your own sweat, drained of all energy, blood, and that irony little taste that blood has, and and then having a gold belt on your shoulder, man, it's no better feeling than that. That's why we do this. That's why I keep coming back.
How would you compare working a main event of a pay-per-view here compared to some of the other places you have?
This is the best place in the United States, 100% for sure. This is the major league of professional wrestling, in my opinion. This is where it's at. This is pro wrestling, and this is the championship in pro wrestling now.
Jon, you've had a lot of criticism of creative control and things like that from your former place of employment. What does it mean to you that AEW put the faith in you to make you the new central person in the company?
I walked right in, and on day one, and took the spot, man. I've been on just a mission for the last however many months, more like a mission of self-actualization. I need to be. I know what I am and I know what I'm capable of. And I'm not trying to, live within your limits. I'm trying to break beyond my own limits. I don't want to die without having reached the full actualized potential of what I can become. I don't know what that is or what that looks like, but I don't even think we are close yet. I feel like a totally different person than I did a year ago. I feel like I love wrestling more than I've ever loved it in my entire life. I've expanded, gone to Japan, learned new styles, learn new things, looking at things different ways, open my mind up in so many different ways, whereas had to be closed off for so long. It was wrestling is this, and this is how it is, and this is how we do it. And now I'm like, we can do it any way we want. We can do it 10 different ways. There's no right or wrong. There's a million different things. And it's like, I've been learning more and improving and getting better all the time. And now it's like momentum builds. One match after another, after another, after another, and then it's just happening all the time, every single night, and that's how I feel right now. I feel like an unstoppable freaking freight train. I'm an unstoppable killing machine. When I walk through that crowd and I feel that energy from that audience, the AEW fans are the best fans in the world. They come here to have a good time. They come here because they love wrestling. They respect wrestling. They respect the performers, and it's that synergy, and I get to have the closest seat in the house to that energy because the way I come to the crowd. So when I come to the crowd and I feel that energy, I'm an absolutely unstoppable machine of death and pain and destruction.
Jon, speaking of that energy, over the years in Chicago, what does that feel like for you to be working in front of such a crowd like that?
Well, Chicago's always been among the best crowds in the world. You always know you're going to get hot atmosphere, hot crowd, and you know it's going to be a very discerning crowd, and you know that you can't mail it in Chicago. You can't, top to bottom, the whole show, you got to deliver a hell of a show. And looking at this card, I mean, Jesus Christ, what a stacked card. What a litany of great matches and performers. And to have to close the show on a night like tonight, I knew I had to get the job done and send everybody home on their feet with a new champion. So.
Guys, last question, please. Last question.
You're literally bleeding profusely right now in front of us. You've been in pain and you've put that towel to your head several times. When did that happen and how did it affect you in the match having to deal with that?
He threw my head into the ring post on the floor and basically headbutted a steel post about as hard as it can be headbutted.
Oh my God.
And I was seeing triple for a minute out of my one eye, so I still feel a little woozy. So I was like, whoa, this isn't good. And then I felt that hot, feeling of, you instantly know, like, I'm severely lacerated. Last pay-per-view happened to me too, except it was in the back of my neck. And I was like, oh, put pressure on the wound. So that's what I did tonight, just put pressure on the wound. And, it looks good, right?
I mean, I get a nice tight shot
Yeah,
of it.
get in there.
Yeah, I mean, we're all getting
I
in
love
there.
it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that's.
I'm not squeamish.
Yeah.
I like it. You?